Hello guys and girls, this is Sato
Hi.
here and Filko with me, and we're gonna show you a game. Just need a minute to fix something. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so this is the second semi-final game of 2 versus 2 tournament. It's been a long time coming, but we can finally watch that one today. Oops. Okay. Ready. Waiting for one more guy, and we'll be able to see what happens in the fight. There we go. So as usual in this tournament, first we have a fight map to see who can pick the locations. The main game will be played on Neguno 6P. A pretty tricky map, a bit tricky especially about wood. Those who didn't notice, the teams are Tomix and Astal Sharan versus Harry and Bami from LT.
Into the battle!
microing with pikes is actually quite hard.
Oh, indeed. Although I think here he's like microing against X balls. It's a bit better because they're a bit slower with shooting. I mean, I think that's how it works. I'm not quite sure actually.
The map itself, it's quite not that well.
Yeah, yeah.
When it comes to terrain, actually. So
You can see that both teams are afraid to do anything. I think the top took more losses so far. Although Tomix is almost out of crossbows already. The top mainly lost a couple of lances. So I guess it's not
LT
that big
guys
deal.
look stronger right now because of the amount of crossbows that Bami has,
Exactly.
in comparison to Tomix.
Yeah, exactly. Better to lose lances than crossbows overall, I guess.
Yes. Well, they have definitely much more firepower right now. So, but there's some action from Astar coming.
I think it's gonna be a campy one, unless someone
Probably yes.
loses the temper. But I think it's worth it to win here.
Oh, look at this. That was quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
Astar is doing actually pretty good job with the range units.
Okay, seems like
And this
the
is
bottom will try to attack, but I'm not sure that's a good
this
idea.
is this is lost anyway,
Yeah.
my opinion.
Well, if I was the bottom team, I would probably wait until they get attacked,
Mhm.
because they took more losses. So
Just
yeah, it's
exchange more units. Like Ami has a lot of shooters in comparison to Tomix, as I said already.
yeah,
So
almost
it
nothing
can
on the
be
right
the
side.
game changer here. Isn't looking so bad actually.
Yeah, the top looks kind of okay, but I don't think
But
it's really.
bottom is
Yeah,
lost, as we said.
yeah, that's not gonna be enough.
Nothing surprising here.
Yeah, I mean after the shooters from the bottom team were lost, there was nothing they could do, I guess. So seems like LTs will pick the locations. I don't expect any surprises here. Yeah, that's what I thought. To be honest, I didn't understand why Mexican coaches took the left side, but yeah. And there we go.
Probably.
Hmm.
I actually don't remember the build order here.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, not just.
Well, from what they are trying to build. Ah, okay. They can make a
Just a
stonemason
stone
actually.
mason. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. For sure. Huge pre-build coming.
I need 1 minute. Right back. Sorry, I'm here, and obviously it's a bit early, so nothing is happening. But we could think about the teams here. I gotta be honest, I didn't really expect Astar, Sheran, and Tomix to advance to the semi-finals, and it's kind of like every single stage that they were at, I was saying, hey, they are the underdogs. I don't think they can win this. Maybe they can, but I put my money on the other team, and so far they won against everyone. Uh, let's take a look at how the road to the semi-final looked like. Let me show it to everyone now. Oops. Okay, it works. So yeah. First they didn't play because they had an empty hand on the first round. Then they won over Skeleton and Regis on rebound. And the next game in quarterfinals was against Bot and Holodziec on Eruption. I would say that both of these teams on paper should have won over Tomix and Astar, but that's not what happened. And today I'm a bit cautious to give any estimates about this game because I've been wrong twice already, so this is probably the time I should just shut up and say that they are pretty good. What do you think about the chances of the two teams here?
I can't predict anything actually. So this is semi-final, so everything can happen. Maybe we can see one more horse rush.
Yeah,
At least some
I
horse
hope
dance.
not, but yeah, I hope for some for a lot of horses from everyone as much as they can make, but no horse rushes, please. We've seen
But
one too many in this tournament already.
yeah, one is enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm hoping to see some horse dance rather than horse rush. Come
Exactly.
this tournament. This is the semi-final, so we can expect everything and nothing from them. But one thing I know for sure, this game shall be interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
like I said before the tournament, I would probably say that Bami and Harry should, on paper, be better and should probably win this game, but I can't say that anymore. And I think this means that the teams are pretty evenly skilled here. and that's always a good information for people who want to watch a game, because this means there's a higher chance of nice and long fight, and I don't really expect a very quick GG in 5 minutes after peacetime here, so I think it should be a pretty interesting game, and that's for the better for us, I guess. And as for how Harry and Bami played in this tournament, they also had a first hand free, and then they played against Dima and Stocky. Pretty interesting team, with Dima probably being the best spammer in this game right now. I mean, it's like he has a pretty decent army on peacetime, but after peacetime, if you let him live for a few minutes, just like 5 or 10, then you'll probably lose this game. And Stocky also pretty good player, so it was a close one from what I remember. And then Han and Bami played against Desti and Rakieta, and I'd rather not say too much about this game. But a funny thing, both these games in the quarterfinals for these two teams, Harry, Bami, Desti, Rakieta, and Tomix Astar bought Holodziec. They looked pretty similar, because in the first game, Rakieta just stunned into Harry and Bami, and in the second game, Holodziec stunned, or maybe attacked, I'm not sure, but it was a bad attack. Tried to attack into Tomix and Astar, and both these maneuvers were not the best decision. So it's kind of the same story how it looked for both teams in the quarterfinals. One might say that this means because this means they are both camping teams. I don't think so, but I guess we'll see. I'm
Meantime,
expecting
I'm
they will be cautious.
beconning something to check.
That's quite fast.
Well, if it works,
Yeah, I mean,
you should be able to start producing some iron in like 7 minutes, 8 maybe.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that actually, because he needs to take care of his wood production as soon as possible. And this iron mine was just along the way to the gold, and that's probably why he took it. But you know, it all depends how fast his wood production is. You can see this is a pretty slow map. You can see what the players are doing at the moment. Okay, Tomix is almost here with the gold, and at the same time reaching out for the for the forest on the right side. And his teammate is already, well, looks quite similar here. With the forest on the left, and he's almost at the gold. I think this is quite fast actually for this lock.
Yes, actually,
This is a bit simpler situation for
from my
Bami.
experience, what I know.
Yeah, go on.
Like from my experience, what I know about the location where Astar plays right now.
Yeah.
The gold is kind of problematic, and when I was playing here, I was like something around starting doing the road for the gold in like 12 minutes, so it's quite late. So he shouldn't have any problem with gold, I think. And Bami shouldn't have neither, because he already has a gold mine. So
yeah, Bami's situation is probably the easiest here, because when it comes to gold at least, because he's got both gold mine and coal very close to his, well, maybe not exactly to the storehouse, but you can see the distance is shorter, because you have to make stone mason and school along the way, so it's like half of the distance of the other players. So I think that's what makes this lock the best on this map, at least from my perspective. Maybe other players will not agree with me, but you can also see the wood is pretty nice. I'm guessing he's gonna cut only here, maybe plant here, but a bit later. And you have like the free forests in pretty. I mean, it's maybe it's not a short distance, but it's not a big pain to go for everything early, and you can probably see. Okay, let's see how the wood looks like for other players. It's not bad in any of the bases. It seems like every player is already at all the forests. Maybe this still needs to be taken by Tomix, but that's an exception, I guess. He probably focused a bit more on the right side.
Yeah. It's also second farm already. So
Yeah, that's nice.
one has 0 farms. So
Oh,
I don't
Bami.
know what it's going to be. I think this can be something unusual to see. Maybe some. I really don't know what will be his base. Looks like there won't be a farm right now.
Where
So
you mean Bami?
yes.
Yeah, I don't know what is it with this
Maybe
location
some
because
trade.
Lexus also played this lock. I mean, obviously they did horse rush, but even horse rush needs early farm, I believe, at least one, and I don't remember exactly how the timings looked like for Lexus, but his farm timings were very bad, and
We have
he
the
was
farm.
like the slowest by far in that previous game from all the players, and seems like Bami has the same problem. Seems like Harry is making a second. Okay, no, it's a woodcutter. Never mind. Okay, thought he's already expanding, but it would be a bit too early because I don't think he's got enough momentum in the base to make make iron, for example, right now. Still needs the gold. How does the gold look like, by the way? Seems like Bami obviously has his goldsmith already, but all the other players are still finishing them. Harry is probably the next one in line. Tomix probably should send his builders to build it instead of making roads. I mean, that's kind of what he did, I guess, yeah.
It's actually intended delaying the farms from Bami. Well, it
Yeah,
looks like.
maybe. It looks like he's making a setup for about 6 farms. At least that's I think what's he's going to do here. Can't be sure.
Harry's going for the typical well-known strategy for storing the iron ore. Well, typical for LT clan.
Yeah.
And yeah, what about other guys with the iron? Comics is already
That's also
building the
nice.
iron mine. Asteros ready. Yeah, this is really nice. This is really fast iron mine for the location in the corner. But you know what? But that placement of is kinda.
Here.
Well, I
What?
really don't know if
Yeah, I don't get
it
it
should be
either.
there, but
I don't know. For me, it makes like no sense. Oh, by the way.
pay attention, Aster. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah.
No,
He can still place a building there.
GG.
Not a big deal. I guess.
Every player is looking, let's say, strong right now.
Yeah, no major mistakes so
So,
far.
yes.
Let's take a closer look
You
at
know,
what everyone has when it comes to wood, because I believe this is pretty important. Astar has only 4 wood
yeah.
cutters, making 5th one on the left. Okay. Tomix had 5. Bami 6, that's nice. And Harry 5, it's not bad. Yeah, so we might take a close look at Astar, as I have a feeling he might have some problems, but it doesn't look bad. His some stuff in sawmills should be fine.
Very fast swine. He's going to cut the corn soon, so good timing for the swine.
I know what's Harry going for when it comes to the farms. Okay, seems like he's making stables already.
Stable, interesting.
Set up for 4 farms. It seems like, at least. Maybe he's gonna make some more here, we'll see. But if he ends up with 4, then I'm guessing he might avoid making leather. Let's hope it's not a horseman build.
Oh yeah, oh Jesus Christ. Marketplace.
Oh yeah.
First stable. Space for 4 farms. And the upcoming fisherman, I suppose. Quite fast iron.
Yeah, there might be something in it, indeed. Let's hope not. And yeah, Bami
Only 1 farm from Bami.
Yeah,
This is
that's
looking that
suspicious.
this will be trade. Sure. Very
Yeah.
suspicious. Going to be
Can,
trade, but
it can still be iron focus build instead, but we'll see. There's gotta be something about these
I hope.
locations. I don't know. I mean, looking at these logs from Bami and Hari, I wouldn't think that these logs are like horse rush only or whatever. So, I mean, there's a lot of space. You can make a pretty nice base on both locations. So it's kind of strange for me that people keep making choices like this here. The iron is a bit faster for the right side. There's not a big difference with Bami. With Hade obviously there is, because had a really early first iron mine. I'm really curious how much he can make, because he's already stored 17 iron ore pieces in the storehouse. And it's like 35 minutes till peacetime. That's a lot of time. So it's probably gonna be something really nice. I'm a bit more worried about Bami, by the way.
Yes, like even though they have quite fast iron, I must admit, left side is looking well pretty much stronger with the leather production.
Yeah, and the iron isn't that bad. I mean,
Weaker.
yeah, compared
Yeah.
to Bami especially, it doesn't seem like it's weaker. So I don't know if this is going to work. Unless,
Well, Astar is looking
yeah,
pretty strong with his iron as well, so also
yeah.
his leather is
Apart
looking
from this,
strong. Yeah.
but yeah, Astar and Tomix, it's pretty obvious they're going for a classic 5 or 6 farm setup, something like this. Maybe a bit more in Tomix's case. You can see his layout is more like for 8, I think.
It's quite yes,
Quite standard
quite
build.
a lot of space in his base.
Yeah.
So he can, make some around 10 farms.
Okay, how's the situation with the con using
Nice.
buildings? One swine farm per person on the left side. Tomix is making the second one right now. Astar, however, is going for horses instead. As for the right side, Hadi has only stables, and he's probably gonna make a mill soon. While Bami, only one farm so far, so I'm not sure what he's gonna make yet.
Even though
Probably more farms.
it will be trade for sure, 100%, but still, I really don't know if it will work out this game.
One interesting thing about his location is that you've got an extra stone mountain for whatever reason. So a marketplace like here, it might make some
Yes,
sense.
and maybe. Yes.
It would be interesting idea for sure. And
I would like to see some stonemasons on the right side, you know, if you want to, you know, make some kind of trade or stone for corn or something like this. It's kind of good
yeah,
choice to go for a few masons on the right side here.
yeah, I'm not really sure what made Kungen add this random mountain on the right side here, because it's maybe it's a small advantage, but still.
We
Yeah,
have 2 mills from the guys from the LT guys, so this will be 80% some trade for horses. I think this will be some.
I think
Rush,
in
maybe Horde
case
militia rush, something like this.
in case of Bami, I think he still intends to make normal farms and just you know, for me it doesn't look horse rush too much, because you can see that these farms are pretty late and he cares more about mill than first stables. I don't know. But I've got a feeling that this log might be pretty difficult for whatever reason. I don't really understand it. I mean, there's a lot that you have to build. Especially this road is pretty much, pretty annoying. But I didn't think it's that hard. And I see another game here where I can see that the player is really struggling with making the timings right. So there's gotta be something here. But yeah, like I said, it's probably the distance to coal and iron. Although, I don't know, it doesn't look that bad. I think I'll try to play this lock in some time and see for myself, because I don't really get it. In the meantime, it seems like Harry makes a bit more farms here. Of course, it looks way worse than the left side when it comes to farms. What doesn't look nice on the left side, however, is wood, at least for Tomix. I mean, it's like, it's not too bad. He's cutting, but you can see that some mills are almost empty. They're not like working all the time. So I'd probably have to look for a longer while to find out what's happening.
Okay, Sada, I know what's going to be. It will be trade for iron ore, I suppose.
Where?
So they will go just double iron, guys.
What are you looking
LT. Harry and Bami. Both
okay,
of them,
but
I think
what made you think so? Because I can't seem to find any clues.
The upcoming marketplace under the inn from Harry.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of buildings from Harry to, you know, iron production.
Yeah, that's right.
So yes, and it's a lot of iron ore stored already. So this this will be trade for iron or some coal. I don't know.
Yeah, depends what he needs the most, I
So
guess.
I was.
Yeah, but it's pretty powerful. 23 already in the store, and he has 2 iron smithies at the moment. Interesting. Okay.
This table will produce any horses for sure.
Already got 2.
Already 2 horses. So around maybe 17, maybe 18 horses.
But seems like Asta doesn't make the third Iron Mine in time. He's going here, so he'll probably make it soon, but I believe it's not the best timing here.
Yes, I'm really curious about the distances here. He has two iron mines here, and the buildings are here.
Mm-hmm.
One is here. Like,
Yeah, it's gotta
sorry, but I
be.
don't get it
Yeah,
actually.
it's gotta be a tricky pre-build, I guess, but doesn't make sense to me either. Uh, it's just making his base so big, not in
Hmm?
a positive way, you know. But I can't really say how I would build this, but still, you know, it kind of looks like you've got plenty of space here.
Hmm?
Uh, I'd probably build this iron production a bit to the right and leave some space here, but maybe it's not that easy to do this when you're rushing for gold. I don't know. But yeah, seems like the left side is going right now for the third iron mines. Obviously it looks bad compared to the right side because they are rushing the iron. But we'll see how it looks in a while, I guess.
Sure, man. Even though he's doing only on one stable now, because he hasn't finished his marketplace or started even doing.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's just waiting for the moment when he stops building everything that he needs, because this is much more important to do than the marketplace at the moment.
Hmm.
He's got only 2 iron smithies, by the way, but I think that's not a big deal as long as these are working.
No, this route isn't working actually. I'm pointing
Yeah,
you right now to, you know,
can't see which one you
it's quite
pointing
quite
at. Here.
important.
Oh, kinda. I mean, it works like this.
No, this would help him. Like,
It would help,
yeah,
but
they're
yeah,
going around right now. So,
yeah,
but
it's not a big
he
deal.
will have to, you know, connect the roads here. So
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
yeah, even if he doesn't notice.
Later, sooner or later, he will, yeah,
Yeah.
connect the roads. Double iron production going strong.
Oh.
And swords.
I think it would be a good time to think
Yeah.
about making stables for Bam because he still didn't make them. There's like 22 minutes and his farms are almost cutting the corn on the bottom. He's got the fourth farm almost ready, so I believe this is the perfect moment. But it seems like he's got 2 mills right now, so maybe that's not what he has in mind for now. And his food production isn't working that good. He might need the second in soon, by the way. Uh, Harry's food not that great either at the moment. We'll see what he's got in mind. But he still didn't make the bakery, am I right?
Mm,
Okay, seems like I'm a bit sleepy, but yeah, he didn't. Making two right now, it seems. Two more armored smithies, one more weapon smithy. Aiming for 5 iron smithies and finishing his marketplace, so he's probably gonna trade some stone soon. Okay, let's maybe take a look at the left side, because I've neglected the left
mhm.
side for a while. How's Tomix's wood? Because I had my doubts about it. It's definitely better now. 3 sawmills, it's fine. Just a classic normal base. I can't spot any problems so far. But, well, okay, this can be
It's
considered a
quite late.
problem. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think they're gonna have a really nice iron production here, even for the normal location standards. So, as I can see in Sharon's base, kinda similar story with iron, which is kinda bad.
Some better stats during peacetime. Mm, to compare both teams, they're doing quite good. From Harry is, I think, was quite okay now, but if he starts trading, okay, he starts trading right now.
Ooh,
But 4
interesting.
iron ore. Hmm.
Doesn't seem like a bad trade.
Oh yeah. Maybe if he stored some wood would be. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Mm.
But still, he has right now he has no food, and he wants to trade wood rather than food in anything for food.
Yeah,
Mm,
I'm kinda
or
guessing.
starvation.
I mean, he's making a second meal, but I'm kinda guessing he doesn't want his base to stick around for much longer. I mean, iron build is kind of a rush build as well. Uh,
Hmm.
so maybe it's not as radical as horse rush, because you just have to win the first fight there and attack right away. But in an iron rush, I guess you can stick around for a few minutes, but should probably try to attack sooner rather than later, and try to win before your iron production is depleted. I mean, your iron is depleted. Yeah.
Sound muted.
Okay, I need a minute or two. So just show Tomix's base for a couple moments.
Well, I'm afraid that Tomix won't have any iron, just because there's no weapons, and though he has almost 30 armors and 13 shields in his castle, there's no weapon smithy, and we have 15 minutes till the end of peacetime. So, mm,
Are you looking
well,
at
if he had
whose base?
two
Sorry?
weapon smithies, Tomix,
Ah, okay.
he has no weapon
Ah, you said
smithies
Smithies. Okay,
yet,
okay. Oh,
and this is really problematic.
that's quite
It's
late.
very late. Too
Yeah,
late. This is actually too late.
he doesn't have
Won't
any
catch up
bad
for
stone.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Hmm.
I mean,
Maybe
wait,
he
you
just
said
forgot.
you
I
said
don't know.
weaponsmithies. Okay, I'm really sleepy today. I thought you were talking about armor smiths, and I was like, why does he have like so many armors and shields in the barracks? And I was like, ah,
Mhm.
okay. Ah, but yeah, it's a bit late. He needs like 2 made right away. He's making only one at the moment. That's not enough. But there's a chance that you know, they're not going to be attacked right away, and he can just catch up with the swords and whatever he makes, except the swords, because it seems like he's going for
Mhm.
half setup. But the iron doesn't seem that bad, other than the lack of weapons.
Mhm.
Obviously, it will slow down a bit now,
Mhm.
because he has to catch up with the weapons. But yeah, I'm interested in what he's gonna make, but can't see anything in the smithy yet. He definitely needs that second one. Okay, he's making 15 packs, so it's probably like yeah, you can see that he switched production to the shields and armors already. So he's gonna make about 15 packs and then probably switch for the swords. Yeah, but he really needs that sec. Ah, okay. I didn't notice he's making one. Okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, let's take a quick look at all the bases here. Bami with quite some Xbox, but in 11 minutes, I think.
This
Hmm,
is not that.
I think he's gonna have like
I thought he would.
60. What do you
Mhm.
think?
Maybe, but still, he will have only crossbows, so 2 paper army for me. I mean, like, it's not maybe paper like it's iron, but still, the numbers
Hmm.
are actually paperish
Yeah. What is he trading? Ah,
comparison.
same trade. Okay. I don't know how much the trade boosts him, but doesn't look that good for me at least at the moment.
Hmm.
I think we'll find something interesting in Harry's base. How does it compare? Yeah, well,
I think
he has a lot more.
actually, like, he has actually nice starvation in his city. Well,
Oh yeah,
starvation is not nice, but
yeah, I get it.
his base is actually a bit messy, I would say. Like, I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah, I
it
see
looks
what you mean.
quite, well organized and etc. But
Yeah,
for me, it's he could have done it like actually better, and should he should avoid having a starvation. Still, he likes rather to trade wood to iron ore rather than help his city to not
yeah,
have any starvation and make them work more efficient.
yeah. It seems
Percent.
like his priorities are not right. He should have
This is
probably,
not right
yeah,
priority.
yeah. Should
Adding
have
one
probably
more
made
meal and
one more meal and
bakery.
bakery a bit earlier in his build, and it will be fine. And now
Well,
it looks
also one
bad.
more thing I had to say about Harry's base. 69, 69, 69 serves is not enough for such a base. He has 16
Hmm.
coal mines
Yeah,
and he's doing some
I
trade.
know.
So I think something around 80 should be the minimum for this
Yeah,
kind
but
of base.
I have a feeling that it's just enough, maybe. I don't know. It's yeah, it's a bit big, but I think it's built in a good way. Yeah, he also needs a shortcut
Hmm.
there for sure.
I mean, like the sawmills are working, but the insufficient amount of serve. Like the woodcut, only one woodcutter if it's full of wood. They don't even deliver it to the sawmills. So, and look at the starvation.
But I'm looking for a while here, and there's all the freaking time there's a lot of movement in and out of marketplace, and marketplace is uh, quite near the last building on the list of priorities for serfs. So I have a feeling that there's actually not a problem right now with amount of serfs, because you can see it's working constantly. So I believe this is actually working as intended. Obviously, I wouldn't say if I wouldn't say that the food is working as intended, but I guess it's almost right now. It's about to be fixed because he has 3 working meals and bakeries. Okay, but I feel like there's not a lot of time left, and we need to take a look at all the bases. I have a feeling that Bami might catch up with Had in no time. He doesn't have too many.
Melee weapon.
Yeah.
You
for
talk about
melee.
Bami, yes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like
This-
he'll have a lot less swordmen, for example, but you can see that Had's production kind of stopped right now. It looks pretty bad. Yeah, definitely not tournament worthy. I don't think he's gonna fix this in like 6 minutes. Like we said, pretty bad mistakes with the food. Let's take a look at the left.
Bad
Yeah.
priorities, that's just all.
Yeah. And what's the point of making the first stables if Astar can have the same amount of horses making a base which actually can produce food?
Hmm.
Oh well. Yeah, pretty standard build from the left side. Seems like Atomic still needs a few more weapons. Can he make them?
If he had more weapons, look at his stats right now. 40 leather jackets and 40 armors. Imagine
Yeah.
if he had weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I noticed
It would be
his
something
lack
around
of iron weapons.
100. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, doesn't look bad, but it looks bad. Yeah. I mean, leather is fine. He probably should catch up until peacetime with the leather. I mean, wooden weapons, but I don't think so about the swords. And I mean, he already almost made the pikes he needs just for more. I guess he's gonna have like 15 swords at peacetime. He's gonna get 10 more after, I guess. Not a big deal, I guess.
I'm afraid that but I'm afraid that the team on the left will outspam a little bit guys on the right side with ladder production.
Definitely.
Well, if we had to, for example, compare Bami and Astar, Bami has only 6 swords, 18 pikes, 36 crossbow. Well, this is actually a nice number. Well, that's only rage unit, you know. Only for horses, Astar has 10. So if he widespreads his army around his army somehow, some way, to actually kill him without any losing, without losing any troops.
Yeah, it's.
But no,
Yeah.
it will be interesting. Astar has starvation as well. Har is looking to. It's looking actually quite much better than 5 minutes ago.
It's a pretty strange thing that he's starving. I mean, Astar, by the way, because he's got a bakery and butcher. This is quite full. Should kind of work nicely. Maybe needs like 1 or 2 vineyards or something to balance this a bit. But he's got like 9 farms, and you know, it doesn't feel like he's used all of his farming capacity so far. So maybe just needs a mill or a 4th swine farm instead. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's kind of strange. Okay, now it looks much better, so maybe he's not starving that much. But yeah, he needs one more building, that's for sure. Okay, I think that the peace time is approaching, so I'll take one last look at Asta and Bami here. Yeah, Asta seems like he's getting out about almost 30 troops, iron troops, 13 horses in that, which is quite nice, and about 30 leather. It's okay. Bami doesn't have recruits for this, but he has like 80 admirals. Half of that will be used by crossbows. Less than a half of that will be used for a few horses and mostly pikes. Can't really say.
Nothing impressive, I would say.
Yeah, I probably would rather have Astra's army. Let's take a look at Tomic's. 12 horses, pretty nice. 40 iron, lacking a few weapons, kind of like I said, even less than I thought he's gonna make, but he can catch up, I guess. It's not hard to catch up with iron weapons. And 45 jackets, 38 weapons. I think for the recruits he has, it's okay. Let's take a look at Hade. 14 knights, that's not bad, but it's similar to the left side, just without leather. But it's nothing impressive, to be honest. 20, 20 and 30. So yeah, about 70 troops, yeah, that's about right. I don't know. I thought there's gonna be no break. But yeah, it seems like I don't want to make any bets, because I gotta say I'm not really experienced enough with iron armies to say if it's going to be better than what the left side has, but I've got a feeling left side has a better spam here. It all depends on how the right side will use their massive amount of crossbows, because this can be quite deadly. I think this is quite an open map, so crossbows might be a nice choice for here. So I guess we'll see in a while what happens. What do you think from what we saw right now? What can happen?
To be honest, everything. There are a few things actually. The one thing is that on the left side this is for a late game. We have ladder production, so only if the team on the left side can somehow, defend themselves, won't catch, and do anything stupid, they should hold on and outspam them later on. We will be out of coal in like few minutes. So
yeah, what were you saying? Because I didn't understand anything when it started happening. But yeah, you suggested that the left side should probably be camping. I agree. Yeah, it's like
everything evolves around the coal mines from the team on the right side. Really, they are doing almost on 20 coal mines. Will deploy themselves in like few minutes, really. So
yeah,
the team on the left will camp a little bit, 10 minutes, and they will outspam them massively.
Yeah, just
and
wait
that's
for the
all. That's
advantage
all.
and should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably true. So, like we said earlier, Had and Bami probably going to rush a bit. Maybe not like right away, but after they take nice position, they will probably be the ones to attack. Okay, I'm going to give a shout out to Black Pearl because he asked me to do so, and I am good at following orders. Seems like Bami has some technical problems. Doesn't look nice that he's quit, but yeah. Well, I just hope he's not gonna watch the replay right now. Okay, there was a question because keep in mind we've got a 20-minute delay, so it's impossible for us to respond quickly to what's written in chat. But so there's a question if the left side is making any shields or mostly armors. I think we responded to that in the meantime, actually. But yeah, seems like the left side has plenty of horses and pikes alike. Okay, which one is location 2? Because I don't really remember. Let me see. In the
I
editor.
think it's left side? Mixed location?
Yeah, seems so, yeah. But I don't understand what he means by iron back. I mean, I can see there are actually four iron spots on the left side. One of them is empty. But it could be used. That's interesting. I'm not sure if anyone noticed. I'll try to show you in a while, but I don't understand what you mean by iron back. Okay, I mean this. You can make iron mine here, and it will also be working because it will take some from here. It's not a big boost, but it's probably better
Really?
than having 3, so it may be worth it for some. Obviously, you can't use this because there's no iron here, but not here, yeah. But that's kind of obvious. So yeah, I don't understand about the iron back. Maybe you've used some other version of the map and this is fixed here. But yeah, I guess this is the time to see how the teams are scouting. You can see Astar is sending some pikes along with his horses, which might be a pretty nice idea when he gets caught. Okay, he's gonna catch some here, but I don't think this is gonna be fast enough to... Maybe he'll try to catch this.
Sure, for sure. They don't see his horse here.
In the meantime...
Okay, no.
I can't say Hardy did good scout. I gotta say Tomix did pretty nice here. And forgot about his horse, so it's dead. But now Harry tries to go through and he succeeded. It's not like he can escape though. You can see that he's quite... yeah. Didn't need these horses. But to be honest, I can't say that I like what kind of scouting they did. Left side probably did a bit better, but
Mix, wake up, Tom Mix. Okay. Never mind. Well,
Looked like he was trying to bait Harry.
I don't
but,
really think. Maybe.
Hard
I
to
don't know
say.
if this is scary enough. Any pressure on Tomix, but Tomix is lacking some weapons and actually lacking them massively.
Yeah.
So can be potential
I've got a
danger.
feeling that they're gonna attack on top right away.
The, their firepower right now is
Quite massive.
kinda. Oh yeah. He has something around about 50 crossbows. He has something about 40, so
Yeah,
approximately
definitely.
90 crossbows.
Yeah, definitely looks more impressive than what the left side has. Still, there's plenty of pikes here. And there's plenty of... Actually, I thought that Tomix had mod knights. Whatever happened to them, I don't know. Maybe he lost them scouting. Definitely didn't have like 8, more like... I don't know, but yeah.
Tomix
Seems like...
strong.
Yeah, seems like the right side is pushing pretty hard right now. So it seems like they're gonna attack soon.
Yeah.
The left side fails to keep them out from this area, so now they'll be able to join forces soon. I'm wondering what's gonna happen, because Tomix kinda looks like he's attacking, but in fact he's just hooting his own pikes here.
Standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no
It's
idea what
microing
happens
with
here.
pikes rather than horses, so well.
Getting shot down by the X-bows here.
Hmm.
Seems to me like they don't know what they want to do, kind of. And Harry with Bami
A lot of
seem to
chaos
have a
right now.
they seem to have a plan, so they're probably just gonna go in here. And it
I don't know
doesn't look
why
too
is
good.
Tomix
Trying to
messing with his
catch.
pikes.
Yeah.
And the catch on pikes. Look at this. Very loose on top.
Interesting. Oh, this is
Also
even
pikes on
worse.
horses.
What the
Oh
hell?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Pretty
ultimate.
bad. Whoa, just look at this. It looks like,
No.
yeah, there's no chance. It's GG
No.
already.
Just rape.
But I think it's more like the right side had mole, and I don't know how that happened. Seems like
It was just only about the aggressive,
they're lacking,
game
yeah.
style,
But they also had a bit more, I think. It shouldn't have looked like this, but it seems like it looked. But it's not that big of an advantage. If he had a bit more troops here, perhaps if he didn't attack in such a strange way, then he'd probably defend enough to destroy Hades' melee.
But look on the amount of melee they got.
Yeah.
The team on the right, they only have crossbow. This is what I said. They have no melee.
Yeah.
Their melee, their halberds or pikemen or whatever.
Mhm.
This is paper. So if they only hold for like few minutes more,
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard.
comics could catch up a little bit. Well, right
Yeah.
now it will be hard for sure.
Doesn't look like they're
Especially
gonna
when
hold.
they have
Just look at this. At this, I mean.
Yeah.
See, Harry just needs one pike to keep
Yeah,
Tomix away.
they're just
Yeah.
pushing into the base.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's a chance for the LTs to lose this anymore. It was pretty swift victory.
it
Nice
was quite
horse.
chaotic movement from the team on the left side, actually.
Yeah, like I said, they didn't know what they want to do. It was pretty obvious that they didn't have a plan and they didn't know how to go back. Pretty bad fighting on the left side's team. On the left team's side, I mean. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like both of the semifinals were pretty short and uninteresting. This time it wasn't because of a horse rush, it was because Tomix and Astar. It hurts me to say that they didn't show much skill in fight. That's the harsh cold truth, I guess. But they did quite a lot in this tour, and they won over two quite nice teams, and they reached the semi-final stage. So respect to them for that. They can call themselves one of the best of this game, I guess. And seems like Harry and Bami can prepare for the final against Hargon and Lexus.
Well, I can say one thing, like Tomix and Astar lasted longer than Maxi and Kochi, so
Yeah, that's true. So kinda makes them be at third place, right?
only this matters right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
It's a shame that this game ended like this, really.
yeah, exactly.
A lot of chaos in this game.
Yeah,
Really, a
I
lot
kind of
chaos.
hoped for a better fight, and looking at what Harry had in his base, pretty bad starvation at least until some point. I'd say that didn't feel like it was 100% deserved win, but like you could see in the fight, Tomix and Astar did just nothing. That's pretty sad, but yeah,
Yes,
okay. I forgot to look at the stats. Yeah, so. Yeah, well, Tomix and Bami pretty nice numbers, it seems. Of course, numbers can't be interpreted here easily because of the amount of crossbows and pikes, for example. But we can take a look at, well, okay, iron, obviously. The right side has like twice as much iron produced, and the left side has twice as much corn produced. Okay. Tomix, well, at least seems like he was preparing for a pretty nice production of weapons. Okay, yeah. So I'm guessing this is it, and we're about to see the next game probably in the coming week, I guess. Okay, I didn't want to put 100 here. Okay, so we're waiting for Hagon Lexus versus Halibami in the last game of this tournament, the grand final. Don't forget to subscribe whenever you're watching Twitch or YouTube channel. And don't miss the final game. We'll surely notify everyone on TeamSpeak, Discord and Facebook on the usual channels, but be on the lookout. I'm guessing it might happen in this week, during the week, from what I've heard, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Filko for being here and helping me out.
Thanks for having me, Xado.
Of course. And see you everyone. Bye bye.